Eat that frog. I got my headphones on today. I really like this when I'm making sales calls because the mic quality is so crisp and clear. So my customers buy even more when I'm talking into this mic. So today we're gonna talk about Eat That Frog, one of the best books with regards to getting more things done today. Because you need to have that urgency. You need to get done today. So what I discovered from this book, I read it before, but I reread it again to ponder on the thoughts and the ideas of the book, is to ask yourself questions and then write it down on a piece of paper. So in the past, what I've been doing is that I have been reading, but I haven't been thinking myself. And what I learned from Tony Robbins of Awaken the Giant Within is that you have to take action as well. You cannot just listen, but you have to actually write down things to take action and think yourself. Make your own thoughts from the thoughts of others. And like Charlie Munger say, stand on the shoulder of giants. So from other people that went before you. And that comes from reading. But just reading, you're just attaining so much knowledge. You have to put it down on paper to gain wisdom. And then you have to apply all of that knowledge to real life situations and then reflect when you have applied the knowledge to real life situations to see, okay, did this work for me? How can I apply this knowledge from this person into my own life? So you need to ponder, you need to take action and then reflect. So journaling really helps as well. So every single day, at least you get it down on paper or my Evernote. You can use Evernote as well as a digital note-taking app. And it's so important now to actually ask yourself questions and then answer the questions on paper with your own words and your own thoughts, because that will make you think about the question and solve the problem. So, for example, what's the biggest frog? So it's called a frog. What's the most important thing? So a frog is more like a problem or a task you have that you have to solve. You have to complete this task or solve this problem. So you have to ask yourself, what is the biggest problem I have currently? What is the biggest frog I have to eat directly? So the main point of this book, Eat That Frog, is that you should, what is the most important thing you can do in your business, in your life, whatever you do, that will give you the most results. So what I understood from asking myself this question, especially in sales, is calling customers, having conversation with customers and getting orders, getting sales, getting advances. If it's a larger sale, getting advances, getting a clear next step. And to be able to get orders and get sales and get advances, I have to continuously read and improve my communication skills like this. Because if they do not understand what I'm saying and communicating to them, they won't understand what I'm trying to sell them or help them with. So the most important thing you can do as a person is communicating. Like that's the number one skill. Writing and then speaking. Have a clear mind yourself and understand your service or your product, what you're giving people, and then communicating that clearly so that the other person understands. It's not always just communicating and telling people you're better or like your product is the best or my service is the best. It's also asking the right questions so that the customer can think themselves and understand what you're trying to help them with. So sometimes people don't know that they have a problem, but you have to ask the right questions to make them understand that they have a problem that your product can solve. Or if your product cannot solve this, help them find another solution. It's your duty to help people and tell the truth. I won't sell them something that I know is not going to solve their problem. So first of all, you need to actually know by asking questions that they have needs and to solve their problem and that you can solve this problem. So let's say you're a doctor and you're a leg doctor and they say they have an arm problem. Well, why are you here? If you're a bad doctor or a bad salesperson, you would still sell to someone that has a leg problem and you're a arm doctor or you're arm salesperson and without asking questions. With asking questions, you have to understand, okay, do you have the budget? Okay, how long have you been having this? Why are you here today? Like certain questions to get them to understand why they're here and that you can actually solve their problem. Then you're doing your duty as a salesperson and a communicator. And if you cannot help them, you have to refer them to someone else that can actually help them. Because then you're a good person. That's important. So eat that frog. Do the most important thing. Ask yourself, okay, so if you're in sales, it's making phone calls. And if you're in marketing, for example, perhaps I'm not working in marketing, but perhaps it is to write better copy so that people want to buy on your website or want to apply to your lead form. That's also communicating. So the number one skill overall for business, for leadership, for marketing, for sales is communication. So it's writing, speaking, so people want to take action towards your solution if they are the right person. Then you have to attract the right person as well. So everything also comes down to your goals. So you know what you want. So it's the same with a company. If you know your target persona, you know how they work and how to communicate towards that specific audience. You don't communicate to a teenager the same way you would to a senior person, right? They don't communicate in the same way. So you have to understand all of this and then be able to adapt towards different type of people, different genders, different ages, different cultures. And that's how you're the best possible person getting the best possible results. You have to be adaptable. If you're not adaptable, you're too rigid, you won't succeed with all of the customers coming, especially maybe it works for you 10 years ago, but now people have changed, technology changes all the time. So the way we communicate, the way we talk has also changed. So you need to adapt towards that customer group. But then human nature is the same. So the most important thing is just understanding human nature, understanding why people do what they do, and then communicate in a clear manner. So eat that frog, improve your communication skills. It's the most important thing you can do. Communicate. I think what I learned is communication skills. Number one. Number one. Learn how to use your body. Learn how to speak. Learn how to talk. Learn how to write. Read every day to gain knowledge. And if you don't read, talk with other people who has experiences. Because I know some people, they prefer to talk. The only, like the quote, the only thing, the only way you're going to be different in 5 years is by the people you meet and the books that you read. It's very true. So the only way you will gain new knowledge if you don't read books, which is a cheat code, you can talk with the eminent dead. You can talk with dead people in a book. Is that you talk with influential people that you want to be like. That will change how you think. So if you don't have access to those people, read books. It's the biggest cheat code ever. I can talk to Sam Walton. I can understand Sam Walton's life. He lives in America. He's dead now, but He's an American entrepreneur and business person, and I'm in Sweden. Isn't that sick? Isn't that cool? So either find people you want to be like, or read books about people you want to be like. And the best thing is probably to do both. Talk with people you want to be like and read books to have specific knowledge to be interesting. If you just go into conversation and you have no knowledge, how can you help other people? You're not interesting. Okay, how can you, you have nothing to talk about except the weather and dogs. Sorry, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear new knowledge that can help me succeed in life and improve. And then I will share my knowledge with you as well. So, Eat That Frog. I'm going to read it again and again and again. Also, rereading Atomic Habits. I really like this book. It's a great book, guys. I will probably make a video about it again. So, currently one of the last chapters to make it satisfying. I'm not going to go too deep into it in this video, it's too long, but make it satisfying after you've done the habit so that you want to repeat it, basically. Short story. Eat that frog right now. I'm gonna eat food and not a frog. But I tried fried frog in Croatia, and yeah, it tastes like chicken. It's okay. So eat that frog literally as well. If you go to Croatia, eat that frog.